This is an Appalshop Archive Minute featuring recordings rescued from our vaults after the flooding of eastern Kentucky in July of 2022. Here is audio from a 1990 Appalachia Media Institute short video called Haints, which featured a collection of ghost stories told by people from the area.
And we was laying there, and we kept hearing somebody walk upstairs. So Mom gets up, and she goes and shuts the door that leads upstairs, and she locks it. And I'm laying there, and we look up, and it's like a hand stuck to that tape, just pushed it down, just looked right down on me. And we could make out a face. And the tape just sucked back up to the ceiling.
Nobody couldn't go through that graveyard at night. You know, it was so spooky and hanging. And everybody go through that graveyard, he'll say, I'm cold lying here. I'm cold lying here. And a drunk man went through the graveyard one night and he said, they heard that ghost saying, I'm cold lying here. He said, I don't want you cold, you know, kicked all the dirt off.
O'Neill Rourke had a cow at give milk, and there was a cat would run around that cow, and he come in and he said, I'm going to get the gun and go out there and kill that cat that's around that cow. Said that cow's going dry. Said it must be a witch. My Uncle Crap Rourke, the Het Simpson was a witch and turned him into a horse and rode him all night like a horse, and when the witch come off of him, his hands was full of chestnut burrs. Them's true stories, I reckon.
Me and my nephew was out in the front yard one time, and he says, look. And I looked up at my bedroom window, and there was this old woman standing there crying. And she had on a blue dress with little tiny white flowers all over it. And I said, well, we better go see, you know, what's wrong with her. So we go upstairs, we go in my room, supposedly where an old woman had died. And there wasn't no one there. And I said, we don't know where she went to. So we opened the closet, and there was the dress that she had on was hanging there.
Some men had went out one time and stole some potatoes. And they decided to go to the graveyard to count the potatoes, divide the potatoes with each other. So they went out to get these potatoes, we got these potatoes, and one was saying, you take this one, and I'll take that one. You take this one, and I. In the meantime, before we start that, there was 2 potatoes they had dropped at the door, at the gate, was going into the cemetery. And in the meantime, here come 2 men outside the gate, you know, coming by, walking. It must have been way back in olden times, you know. And one said, you take this one, I'll take that one. You take this one, and I'll take that one. They soon got them divided. After they got them divided, then they said, except the 2 at the gate. And the 2 men at the gate thought they was talking about them. And when they said that, they just said, oh, and they started running. So they went back and told everybody, said, God and the devil is up in the graveyard counting our souls.
This has been an Appalshop Archive Minute. To find out more about the largest collection of Appalachian media in the world, go to appalshoparchive.org.